question of understanding and believing in that specific case.
Yeah, of course, but understanding and believing, I mean, you could prove at the end if something is anonymous technically, like, I mean, you can prove it technologically, right?
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Ah, okay.
Guys, let's face it, the commercial bank deposit market is there, and central banks are not killing it. If there is a CBDC, everyone will rush from commercial banks. Why would you keep money in a Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, you name it, if there is a risk-free account you can move all your money to? So the minute there is a CBDC without cap, without limit, the commercial banking system is gone. No credit will be created, forget it. So my guess is that the CBDC will have a limit. It will be a replacement for metal coins. So we've got some spare change, say 100 euros, 200 euros, CBDC will replace that. But there is another bureaucratic thing which has to be a legal tender across all Europe, right? 27 member states, even distant territories, some of them have no electricity, nothing. It has to be applicable there to be paid, to pay with it. Otherwise, it cannot be accepted nationwide. So there is definitely a long road, that route. And meanwhile, there will be a lot of commercial partnership between private companies and central bank accounts, which are available in Europe, to issue this form of money.
Yeah, and also, in fact, Sebastian, you mentioned especially that among the use cases of a possible or hypothetical digital euro, machine-to-machine payment was not one of them, right? And that brings us the opportunity, especially, I guess, to euro-based stablecoins, to have a possible use case over there. And I wanted to ask you, Gregory, especially, do you think that that may be an interesting use case for a euro-based stablecoin? And which are the other possible, let's say, use cases of euro-based stablecoins?
Yes, and I really believe in that. And also, it's a use case to move euro beyond European borders, because it can travel to Asia, to US, to Australia, and people there can have access to euro as a currency, which is not a bad currency, to be honest. I mean, if you look macro-wise, euro still has positive current account surplus. Last time I checked, currencies that have positive current account surplus cannot deteriorate in value massively. So euro can be used outside of Europe, which is not used now much, right? And can be a dollar competitor on a global scale with this technology. This is really important, and I think value proposition of this product.
Now, and you know that right now, I guess that it is around 99% of the total, the market capitalization of stablecoins is based on dollar-based stablecoins, and I think it is 0.1, no, 0.5 or around 1% just in euro-based stablecoins. Do you think that that situation is going to change in the future?
Very good question, because I was here 2018 with Professor Philip Sander and people from ECB and Bundesbank debating on the same issue, like why the Bitcoin or crypto market is so dollarized. I don't have an answer for that yet, but my best guess is that every new frontier market is dollarized. If you think Thailand equities, or Brazil equities, China equities, Russian equities that started 10, 20, 30 years ago, they were priced in dollars initially. Now, most of them are traded in local currencies more than in dollars. And there is also a trend of de-dollarization finally, 40 years into this slavery, right? So there'll be some movement outside of dollars, and the world needs a proper alternative, which euro definitely could be one of the best alternatives out there, because it's backed by 400 million people, 17 trillion economy, and a positive current account. So all the arguments are there. It's just need a little bit of help from technological standpoint, because European banks are not servicing these clients. You can hardly get an account in European bank without a local residence permit. So it's much easier to use a digital version of it and to address the new frontier markets with it than through the banking system. So,
okay, Ricky, do you want to add something?